Hello everyone, this is Dr. R. Lakshmi of SNH department from St. Peter's Engineering College. In this class I am going to cover the topic probability distribution function and the different types of probability distribution in this class about the discrete probability distributions. So let me first tell you what is the distribution function, the probability distribution function. Suppose that x is a random variable. Suppose that x is a random variable. Suppose that x is a random variable and small x is a value of the random variable x. So what is our assumption? Capital X is a random variable and x is a value of the random variable. Then the probability distribution of the random variable x is denoted by capital F of x or fx of small x, where x is one of the values of the given random variable, right? And it is defined as fx of x is equal to probability that capital X of s is less than or equal to x for x belongs to the set of real numbers. Can also be defined as the probability of an outcome s such that its value is less than or equal to small x, right? In words, it can be defined as the probability that the outcome of a random variable, the outcome of an experiment is one of the outcomes satisfying the condition that x of s is less than or equal to x. So what is a probability distribution function? If x is a random variable and small x is a value of the random variable, the probability distribution function is denoted by capital F of x or capital F of x in the suffix small x. It is defined as the probability of an outcome of an experiment that it will be one of the outcomes satisfying capital X of s is less than or equal to x, where x is a value of the random variable, can take any value of the real number. And in symbolic form, it is defined as f of x or fx of x is equal to probability of x of s less than or equal to s, where this s is an outcome or the value of the random experiment. This can further be equivalently written as P of the value, the probability of the outcome yes is such that the value of the outcome is less than or equal to a value x of the variable, right? This is how the probability distribution function is defined for the random variables and the corresponding probabilities. Now let us see few of the properties of this probability function. The properties of the probability distribution function. Suppose f of x is a probability distribution function and if a is less than b, then the first property says that whenever a is less than b, we have p of a less than x less than or equal to b can be written as f of b minus f of a. From the same, we can also write from the same condition, we can also write p of a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b always equals to, it is the probability function f of, so we write here p of. So it is a p of capital X is equal to small a plus the probability that a is less than x less than or equal to b, and further written as a p of the probability that the random variable value is equal to A plus f of B, the distribution function value at B minus f of A. Similarly, under the same conditions, we can also define P of A less than X less than B as P of, it can be written as f of B minus f of A for the first part, the first condition from the first condition, wherein from which we substitute probability that the random variable X is equal to B. Okay. It is the random variable X is equal to B. The fourth one is P of A less than or equal to X less than B can be defined in terms of the same f of B and f of A as f of B minus f of A plus P of X is equal to A minus P of X is equal to B. In case if P of X equal to A is equal to P of X is equal to B, then we have all the probabilities on the left hand side, whether P of A less than X less than or equal to B, P of A less than or equal to X less than or equal to B, P of A less than X less than B, or P of A less than or equal to X less than B can all be equal to, will always be equal to only the rule f of B minus f of A. This is our first property of the probability distribution function. Now the second property says that 0 is less than or equal to f of X less than or equal to 1. Also we have whenever X is less than Y, it implies that f of X is less than f of Y. f of X is less than f of Y. Even the third property, one more is there. It says that f of minus infinity is equal to the integral minus infinity to 0. So we should write the integration in terms of the limit form here. The limit as extends to minus infinity of f of X, which is equal to 0. Also, f of infinity is equal to the limit of f of X when extends to plus infinity is always is equal to 1. So there are three properties for a probability distribution function. The first one says that whenever A is less than B, we can write the probability of the random variable small x from A to B with equalities and inequalities included in the middle will always be defined as, in terms of the distribution function, f of A and f of B, as is shown here. The second property says that for a distribution function, for a probability distribution function, the minimum value is always equal to 0 and the maximum value is always equal to 1. Also, whenever X is less than Y, a value of the random variable X is less than another value of the random variable, accordingly we have the probability distribution functions f of X is always less than f of Y. Similarly, f of minus infinity equals to 0. The distribution function at the leftmost value of the real variable is equal to 0 and the distribution function at the rightmost value of the real variable is always equal to 1. So these are the three properties of any probability distribution. Right? Now, from the discussion we had so far, it can be now concluded that the probability distribution of a random variable is a set of its possible outcomes or values together with the probability, together with their respective probabilities. So I repeat once again, from the discussion we had so far. So what we have discussed so far? We have discussed that the probability distribution function is capital F of X is defined as the P of X of S less than or equal to X. X of S less than or equal to small x, where small x belongs to a real variable, real number, and that x is from minus infinity to plus infinity. And also we have discussed the three properties of the probability distribution function f of x, right? Now, based on the different properties and the definition of the probability distribution, now we can conclude that the probability distribution of a random variable, of any random variable x, is the set of all its possible outcomes or values together with the corresponding or the respective probabilities, right? Now, based on this rule of defining the probability distribution corresponding to the real variable, we can now classify the distribution functions to two types based on whether the variable taken is discrete or the continuous type. So we have two types of probability distributions: discrete probability distributions and continuous probability distributions. So now in this, the continuation of the definition we have seen, we are going to have the different examples, at least one or two examples corresponding to the discrete probability distribution after knowing its definition. So let us see what is a discrete probability distribution, right? Suppose that x is a discrete random variable, right? Also suppose that with the possible outcomes, let us suppose that the possible outcomes of the discrete random variable are x1, x2 and so on xn. So what is our assumption? We are assuming that x is a discrete random variable with the possible outcomes x1, x2, so on xn. Now the corresponding probabilities will be P of xi for I is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. If corresponding to the discrete random variable, the possible outcomes and their probabilities satisfy the conditions, the two conditions to be satisfied with the values of the discrete random variable and its respective probabilities. The rules are P of xi must be always greater than or equal to 0 for each value of the discrete random variable. Also, summation P of xi must be equal to 1 if the values of the discrete random variables and its respective probabilities satisfy the two rules, that P of xi is greater than or equal to 0 and summation P of xi is equal to 1. Then we say that P of x is a probability mass function, and the probabilities and the set of probabilities P of xi are known as the discrete probability distribution of the discrete random variable. Is the definition of the discrete probability distribution clear? When x is a discrete random variable and its corresponding possible outcomes are x1, x2, so on xn, and the corresponding probabilities P of x1, P of x2 and so on. Now, with the variables and their corresponding probabilities, if the two rules P of xi is always positive and summation P of xi, the sum of the probabilities of the random variables, discrete random variables, equal to 1, if satisfied, then we say that that function is the probability mass function, right? And the set of the probabilities is called the discrete probability distribution of the discrete random variable, right? Now, based on this definition of the discrete probability distribution, let us have an example. Suppose that in tossing a coin 2 times, so we are tossing a coin 2 times. So what happens when we toss a coin 2 times? We will have the corresponding sample space equal to HH, HT, TH, comma TT. Suppose that the random variable, the discrete random variable is defined as the number of heads. Then x of s, the set of the random variables will include 0 heads, 1 head, 2 head. So in the 4 outcomes, we have 0 heads, 1 case, and 1 head, we have 2 cases, 1 head, and we have the number of heads in the outcome HH is 2. So when x is the number of heads in the experiment of tossing a coin 2 times, we have the set of random variables equal to 0, 1, 2. Now corresponding to these random variables, let us calculate the probabilities. Now the probability that the random variable x is equal to 0, which means probability of getting no heads. The probability of getting no heads in the sample space of the random experiment, because there are the probability of getting no heads, and in the possible outcomes of the sample space there is one event which is without heads. So we have the probability of getting no heads, which is nothing but p of x equal to 0 is 1 by 4. It is 1 out of the 4 points of the sample space. Similarly, the probability that the variable x is equal to 1, it is the probability of getting one head. Getting one head is given by how many events are there favorable to getting one head? We have 2 events. So it is 2 by the total 4. So it is going to be 1 by 2. Similarly, the probability that the variable is equal to 2, which is the probability of getting 2 heads. Which is the probability of getting 2 heads, can be calculated as one event favorable. So it is 1 by 4 sample points, it is 1 by 4. So now with the knowledge of the probabilities of the variables, we can now say that the total probability 1 is distributed among the 3 random variables in the form of 1 by 4, 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. Now cumulating the random variables with the corresponding probabilities, we can form a table which expresses or which represent the probability distribution table. Let us form the table. Let us take the first row with the variables of the random variable. Let us have the second row with the probabilities of the random variable. So in the example we have seen there are 3 random variable values 0, 1, 2 taken along the first row. In the second row we are writing the probabilities of the random variable. P of x is 0, we have 1 by 4. P of x equal to 1, we have 1 by 2. P of x equal to 2, we have 1 by 4. This table now constitute or defines the discrete probability distribution of the given random experiment where the coin is tossed 2 times. This is how the discrete probability distribution, the table of the values of the random variable with the corresponding probabilities can be formed into a table representing discrete probability distribution for the given discrete random variable. Right? Now based on the knowledge we have acquired so far, let us solve a problem. Let us solve a problem. Our problem is, if the random variable x is getting number of heads, in an experiment of tossing a coin 4 times, then find out what is the probability of P of small x less than 2 and what is P of 2 less than x less than or equal to 3. These are the 2 probabilities we have to determine. Now let us have the solution. It is given in the problem that the experiment is tossing a coin 4 times. So when a coin is tossed 4 times, how many will be the number of outcomes? So when a coin is tossed, 4 times, the number of outcomes, the total number of outcomes will be 2 power 4, which is equal to 16. And all the 16 outcomes will now constitute the sample space of the experiment. And in this case, the sample space will be with the 16 elements. Let us write down all those. So 4 heads we may get, 3 heads and a tail, 2 heads, tail and head, head, tail, 2 heads, tail, head, head, head. Right? Similarly, in the second column we do start with the 4 tails. It is TT, TH, it is TT, HT, it is a TH, TT, it is a HT, TT. In the third column we write TT, HH, HH, TT, H, TTH, TH, HT, right? Also we write TH, TH, HT, HT. So how many are there? It is a 5 plus 5, 10 plus 6. These are the total 16 outcomes in the given random experiment of tossing a coin 4 times. Therefore, accordingly, we have how many random variables? Because the random variable here, the random variable x is defined as the number of heads. So let us count the number of heads in each of the 16 outcomes. So what will be the capital X for the corresponding sample space? It may be 4, having 4 heads, or it is 3 heads, or it is 2 heads, or 1 head, or 0 heads. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 form the set of values of the random variable x if x denote the number of heads. Now based on this x, the random variable, because possessing the different discrete values, clearly this x is a discrete random variable. Now corresponding to this discrete random variable, let us calculate the probabilities. Let us see what are the corresponding probabilities. Now the probability, the first case, which is to find the probability of x less than 2. So what is our x less than 2, p of x less than 2? Okay, and for getting this, to form the table, in the first row we choose the different random variable values. It is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. In the second row, let us take probability of the random variables. So we have to calculate p of x is 0, p of x equal to 1 likewise. So now let us first calculate what is p of x equal to 0. So p of x equal to 0 is nothing but the probability of having no heads. In the sample space, how many are total events, total outcomes? 16. So out of the 16 outcomes, how many outcomes have x equal to 0, random variable equal to 0, having no heads? Without having any head, we have only one possible outcome. Right? It is TT. So p of x equal to 0 is 1 by 16. So we write 1 by 16. Next is the probability that the random variable is equal to 1, which is nothing but the probability that the number of heads in the outcomes is equal to only 1. And how many such outcomes are there with having only one head? With having only one head, total there are 4. Total there are 4 outcomes with single head. So probability of x equal to 1 is 4 by 16. 4 by 16. Now probability of x equal to 2. Probability that the random variable is 2, which is nothing but the probability that out of all the outcomes of the sample space, how many are having 2 heads? And with 2 heads, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible cases. So the probability required is 6 by 16. 6 by 16. Now the probability that x is equal to 3 means 3 heads should be there. With 3 heads, we have 4 possible cases. So 4 by 16. Now corresponding to p of x equal to 4, where there are 4 heads. only one possible outcome. So it is 1 by 16. Grouping all the random variable values together with the probabilities. This is now the required discrete probability distribution for the given problem. Now based on these probability distributions, let us now calculate our P of x less than 2. What is our P of x less than 2? Probability that the random variable is less than 2. Random variable is less than 2 means we have, it may be 0 or it may be 1. So it is nothing but P of x equal to 0 plus P of x is equal to 1. Because x must be less than 2. And what is our P of x is equal to 0? 1 by 16. P of x equal to 1, it is a 4 by 16. So 5 by 16 is the probability that the value of the random variable is less than 2. To calculate similarly the next value, P of 2 less than x less than or equal to 3. The value of x must be greater than 2 and must be less than or equal to 3. This will constitute P of x is equal to 3 alone. If we were given 1 less than x less than or equal to 3, we would have written here P of x is equal to 2 also. But herely 2 less than x is strictly given. It should be obtained, or it should be written as P of x equal to 3 alone. And what is our probability of x equal to 3? It is the value 4 by 16. Right? So I hope you all clear with what is a probability distribution function and how the probability distribution functions are classified, and in particular for a discrete probability distribution how the problem can be solved. Right?